Yes, you made it to the live stream special, or it's a podcast live stream. Yes, I'm going over the 32 teams of the NFL. And meanwhile, while I'm watching a CFL game between Saskatchewan and British Columbia, it's 22-7 Saskatchewan. So that's pretty cool. But so, yeah, welcome to the video podcast. So the helmets, these are my rankings. You can always, this is not set in stone. So whatever you like, it could be completely different towards what I like. So, and that is absolutely fine. That's great. So the three criteria I'm looking for the best helmets are the primary helmets for these teams. The number one is the color combo. Number two is the design, and number three, obviously, the looks of the design and color combo. So technically, yeah. Anyway, so again, welcome to the video podcast. So I'm going to start out with, now these are the primary helmets of the NFL team, these NFL teams. So it's not like there's secondary or the tertiary helmet or whatever it is, or their special helmet. So number 32, I'm sorry, not sorry. I'm going to go with the Chicago Bears. Look, it's the color combo is not the greatest. I mean, I don't think, navy blue is kind of old school, and I like old school uniforms, but I never really liked navy blue. Navy blue's it's not like a color I don't like, but it's, what is it? Is it supposed to be black or blue? Especially the Bears, they're really dark blue, and that's fine. And I like dark colors, but I like black versus like dark blue. I mean, what are you going to be, dark blue or black? And growing up, I always thought the Bears were black, but they're dark blue and orange. But the orange helmets are actually pretty nice. But again, these are the primary helmets, and the wing helmet is pretty nice. Kind of wing. Anyway, yeah, kind of looks like wing helmets. So number 32 is the Chicago Bears. Number 32. Number 31, I don't mind the color, but it's kind of bland. The Cleveland Browns. I do like that orange and brown. I think it's really, really quite nice. The orange helmets, the orange and brown is not a bad combo. A lot of people think brown is not a really good color. It's a good football color. I would have to say like more brown and silver would be good, or brown and white, or brown and black, but it doesn't go too bad with the orange, but it's just really bland, and it's not anything special. That's another number 31. So number 30, the Minnesota Vikings. Someone would say, what? The design is amazing. The horns. It's pretty decent, though, the horned helmets. You got the Vikings, and they never wore helmets. You got to remember the Vikings. And, the majority, when your primary color is purple, if your tertiary color or your fourth color, your fifth color was purple, that would be so bad. But I did like those uniforms they wore at Winter Wonderland. They did this past season when they played the Bears. They won that game, by the way. It was, I don't know what it was, 23-10 or 23-12. Maybe not. I don't know. Those look pretty sharp, all white, and it wouldn't be so bad if they like wore all white and like even had purple face mask. That wouldn't be so bad. But Minnesota, the North Star State, they're the winter whiteout. They should wear those white uniforms all the time. I'm a big fan of like white and black, contemporary colors. I think that's what anyway. Oh, yeah. Number 30, Minnesota Vikings, and purple primary color. Shouldn't be, it's a good color, but not for a football team. Number 29, the Washington Commanders. They went away, from that hail to the Redskins. They went from the Redskins to the Commanders. They should have kept with the Redskins. Look, most people are not offended. There was only a few that wanted, well, maybe not a few, but I always thought the Commanders logo was, well, there's really not. It's just a W, isn't it? I don't think they even have a logo of that. And the yellow with the maroon or the burgundy, I never thought yellow and burgundy would be a good color combination. Like I say, yellow and black's not bad, or yellow and white, or green and yellow is not too bad. Not yellow's kind of like a neutral color. I don't mind it. I don't love it. I don't hate it. It's just, but yellow and maroon don't look that good. I mean, I guess, maybe they're considered burgundy and gold, but they're, that's what they say about the Packers, green and gold, but you can clearly tell it's yellow. So, yeah, I would have to say Washington Commanders would be 29. It's bland. The burgundy works good if it was like with black or anything yellowish with the burgundy. That's number 29, Washington Commanders. Number 28, I'm going to go with the Houston Texans. Their prime or their other alternate helmet's not too bad. It's a little too much. It looks almost like a little kind of pinkish towards in the sunlight, but again, these are just the primary colors. The navy blue with the red, and the red's great, an awesome color, but just the navy blue helmets, I don't know. I would say navy blue is better for like jerseys, a better jersey color. Navy blue and silver would look great. Navy blue and white would look great. But just the helmet, I don't like the navy blue on helmet. Like purple and burgundy and orange. I mean, orange is okay. I mean, the Bengals orange is, I kind of gave it away. That's not the number one helmet, by the way. Number 28, Houston Texans. Number 27, Green Bay Packers. Look, I love green, and green's my favorite color, but when you just have yellow and your name is Green Bay, at least have, now I know there's a university out there, the Bowling Green. They're like brown and orange. They have no green whatsoever. If you're gonna have green in your colors, it should be their primary color should be green. You're already Green Bay, but I guess I know I could see what they're doing. They have yellow. It's more of like a mustard yellow. I don't like that mustard yellow. If you're gonna have yellow, make it bright yellow, like the Pittsburgh Steelers, And moving on, number 26. Boy, they really had when they had the white helmets, they were really good. But then they went to that navy blue, dark blue, the Tennessee Titans. It's almost like blue on blue. Look, I'm not a big fan of I don't mind the Titans as a team, but the dark blue, just, it's like you have a team that already wears dark blue helmets. That's your rival, the Houston Texans, and you can't even you can't even let's scratch that. I wasn't gonna say I was gonna say you can't even be the Oilers, but they're the Tennessee Titans. They own the Oilers. It's almost like they're mocking them by having navy blue helmets. And because the Houston Texans wanted to be the Houston Oilers, I believe. But anyway, Tennessee Titans I like those white when they wore the white helmets with that. I wish they would put a little red in there. The Tennessee Titans, they would have like it just seems like it just navy blue just doesn't go good in helmets. Personal opinion. Number 25, sticking with the navy blue theme, Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos are my favorite team. But I liked it when they wore the royal blue and orange back in the day when they didn't hide from it. They wore the royal blue helmets and they look sharp, and that's been a long, long time. And they've gotten back to that. I wish they would go back to the D and then maybe have like 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 I said, the Broncos not too bad, but they haven't. I mean, since 1997, they've kept that, and they had just different variations of it, and they slightly altered their uniforms, but they got to really go back to that. Their primary colors are going to be that royal blue. Look, the Chargers have dark blue, and then the Broncos have dark blue. You know, I thought maybe number 25 was a little bit of I don't like putting Broncos number 25. I just, I never, like I say, number 25 Denver. They're again navy blue helmets. Yeah. Number 24 Indianapolis Colts. Look, I like white helmets, white and silver helmets, and red and green are really good. But that the face mask really don't do it. They got away from the blue face mask. I would have probably the Colts in a higher ranking than number 24 because look at their helmets and they just have like that gray and white. Look, it's not even chrome. They should at least, I don't understand the NFL how they get away from. Sorry, I have an itch in my nose area. But I don't understand why they got away from the blue face mask. That was a long time ago. Like 2004 is when they switched to the blue face mask. Or they switched from the blue face mask to the gray face mask. It's about time they go back. It's been 2 decades. Come on. It's almost 20 years, over 20 years. They need to go back to the blue face mask or even white face mask. But you already have the white helmets. Why you can go like maybe blue face mask. That's the reason I have Colts at 24. Look, I love the blue and white, but when you have the gray face mask and you went away from that, I always I would have them definitely ranked higher if they had the blue face mask. Anyway, number 23, gold and black and gold, New Orleans Saints. Look, I like New Orleans Saints helmets, but they just have that bland gold. I'm more of a chrome guy. I mean, like I'm more of a gloss and chrome on the helmets rather than that matte look. And I think most of the NFL is going to the matte format helmets. Except with the exception of like the Texans with their alternate helmet. New Orleans Saints, if they had a little more gold, like a little more shininess to helmets, it would definitely be wouldn't be at 23, but it's just so bland. It's like bland gold and black. I mean, again, if it was like a shinier black. And in fact, speaking of their alternate helmets, their all black helmets are pretty good. If that would be their primary helmets, then I probably would rank them a little higher. Number 22, even though they have black helmets, the Baltimore Ravens, they just have that purple in there. Their design is really cool. The Raven logo looks really good. The Baltimore Ravens logo looks really, really good. And it's a good team name, the Ravens. They just have that purple in there, those 2 purple stripes. It just shouldn't be on a football team. I'm sorry, not sorry. I don't think that I would have them ranked a lot higher for that reason. So number 21, let's go with, I have Arizona Cardinals. Look, they have the white helmets and they just don't do anything. The gray face mask. The gray face mask it's not, it's not a good look. I mean, someone would say it looks great. And because I like silver a lot, you think I would like those gray face masks, but it just doesn't, it really doesn't do that much. I mean, if they would have have their red face mask, that their helmet, they would be a top 5 team probably if they would put their red face mask in there. Look, the helmet has to be the whole total helmet, not just the helmet without the, you have to have the face mask are part of the helmets. And their alternate is not too bad, all black and a little bit of a shiny red and that's in altered in there, so it looks pretty cool that way. But I have them Arizona Cardinals at number 21 for the best helmets. Number 20. You know, I don't know why I have number 20. I love Pittsburgh Steelers helmets, but I just like a lot of other helmets out there. Like the black, and then you got one side that has a logo and the one side that's just black. That looks pretty cool. Have, you know, to be unique, and they've always done that. You know, it looks pretty cool. They have the black face mask, the yellow stripe, probably because black and yellows aren't the best combination. You know, I don't mind yellow, believe it or not, but just I know I said earlier, yellow's okay, but yellow is okay with black, a little better with black. But again, there's just so many better teams out there that have a nicer color combo and design, and the overall logo and looks. It's kind of basic. I mean, they do. It is what I do like about Pittsburgh's helmets is they also have the red, blue, and red, blue, and I don't think it's green, but a red, blue, and like yellow, those stars that kind of sparkle, like the steel logo. They have, you know, that looks pretty cool. They have blue and red in there. Anyway, yeah, Pittsburgh number 20. I wish I could rank that higher. But the next, I like their helmets, but don't get me wrong. Just I don't know. Number 19, Seattle Seahawks. They went from the silver helmets to blue face mask, and that was perfect. Then they had to, like, around 2002, I believe, they switched over to the navy blue. It wasn't so much navy blue as it is now. It was more like a royal navy blue. You know, it was okay. And then they went to the Seattle, or went to that more darker blue like 10, 12 years ago, maybe a little longer. They went to those darker blue with the more of the neon green. I'm not a big fan of the neon green, if you know, but it's, you know, it'd be okay with black probably. But anyway, Seattle, they have that cool kind of that gloss in the middle of their helmet, like right down the top in the middle. That looks pretty cool. I like that design. And they have the kind of like the chrome decal, or it's a little glossy decal too on the sides. Seattle has a pretty good logo. I like Seattle has like a pretty top 5. They got a really nice logo. Along with Atlanta, they have a good logo too. Number 18, New York Giants. Now, look, the New York Giants, I like that royal blue. Just something about that gray face mask that I just don't really particularly like. If they had red, again, there would be it looked cooler. But just that somehow the gray face masks just don't look the best. Unless, you know, well, Detroit went from gray to a powder blue face mask this year, the year or 24 or 23, maybe. I don't know. Could have been 23. It's hard to keep track. Yes, New York Giants. I do like that royal blue, and they still have like a glossy chrome. It's not really quite chrome, but it's not like matte helmet. Or no gloss whatsoever. That's what a matte helmet, MATTE, is how you spell it. Look, they have really good helmets, New York Giants. I do like them. Number 17, I do like Jacksonville Jaguars helmets. It's all black. They have it, you know, the gold and the black. They went from a gold and a matte black on the top. Yeah, the top, the black, and then the back was like gold a few years back. I think it's been it might even be 5 to 10 years since they switched. Well, actually, at least 5 years. At least 5 years since they switched to the gloss black, the glossy black. It's really not glossy, but it's more of a well, it's glossy compared to the matte finish. I like the all black helmets and black face mask, and their logo looks pretty cool. And that's why I have them at 17. And well, yeah. Speaking of a make or break season with Trevor Lawrence, I don't know. Maybe not. We still have some time left, I guess. Maybe. Miami Dolphins, number 16. Now we're in the half the league, half the teams now. Miami Dolphins. I was a little disappointed when we went away from that, like the aqua blue face mask to the white face mask, but I like it actually. It looks actually pretty nice. All white face mask, white helmets, and that aqua blue or aqua color helmets, and it looks really nice when they were all white, and in that sunlight it looks pretty cool, and they were all white at home. So yeah, they're pretty decent, personally not my favorite. I mean, it is pretty good uniforms. White helmets are awesome. I like white and black helmets, and silver and red and green, and depending on the design, orange. Yeah. Number 15, Atlanta Falcons. They went away from they went to the matte helmets, but with the chrome or glossy finish decal of the Falcon on the sides, and they went to like a kind of like a shinier silver face mask. So I think that looks pretty cool, and that's why I have them at 15. They went from that few years back. I think they switched to like 2021, 22 time frame, maybe longer ago. I don't know. To just to the matte, or they went from the glossy black to the no gloss black helmets. Atlanta they're number 15. I really like their alternate one with the red, and almost looks a little orange hue added to it. That looks pretty sharp. Their old alternate ones, and Atlanta Falcons at number 15. They look pretty sharp still. Number 14, I would have them higher, but the New York Jets, they have those green helmets, the black face mask, and sometimes they wear the white face mask. I like both of them when they wear the black face mask and the white face mask. But their primary helmets with the Jets, they have an alternate black one, but it's more like kind of like a dull black. It's not like dark black. It's kind of a lighter shade, like a dark gray black. When they wear the alternate ones, anyway. With the green, the green is not like it's not matte, but it's a glossy. It's like a candy apple green, and I'm more like I like the like Kelly green or even emerald green or a little darker green. That would look really cool on them, and I don't think there's really a team in the NFL that has like kind of dark green helmets. Maybe for the alternate. The Packers, I think, do, but Packers should switch to those ones. New York Jets, number 14. Number 13, a little bit of their gold helmets are pretty nice. They're a little more shinier than the Saints. The San Francisco 49ers, really not they like mid 90s up until like 2005, maybe 06, maybe before that, they had the red face mask, and I really like those. The red face mask with the gold helmets. Again, I wish San Francisco would have more of a shinier gold. I think gold is a good helmet color, also as well. They would be probably a little higher if they had the red face mask. So number 13, San Francisco. Number 12, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay Buccaneers have quite an amazing helmet. I mean, it's really dark. It looks like it's more of a darkish gray, but it has like a kind of like gloss. They have a gloss to their helmets that's kind of shiny, so it makes it look more like a little bit of silver in there. And it's really like a dark grayish shiny helmet, so it looks really sharp. I really like Tampa Bay's helmets. They have the logo, the cool logo. The Dreamsicles were good. They had the white and the like yellowish orangish, yellow orange face mask. They look pretty decent with the white. So that's up there too. And they had the pirate with a knife in his mouth, in his teeth, and the sword in his teeth, not a knife, but well, anyway. Tampa Bay is number 12. I would say number 12, Tampa Bay. They have pretty good helmets. Number 11, Dallas Cowboys. Look, Dallas Cowboys have had those helmets, and they're silver, and I like them. They're kind of bland, some would say. They have the star. They got a star, an awesome star in the helmets, and they have the silver. It works good. I wish they would perhaps get more of a shinier silver helmet. It'd be nice to have that. I mean, it's just kind of bland though, but I do like the color combination and the design. That's why I have Dallas at number 11. Number 10. I do like that green in the Philadelphia Eagles at midnight green. It kind of looks nice in the sun because it reflects off of it it would be more of a dark Kelly green, but it's more of a midnight green. But in the sun, again on TV, it looks more like a dark Kelly green. It looks really nice. And they have the eagle logos. Man, those eagle logos look so cool. And I'm not a huge fan of their alternate green. I wish it was a little more darker. It looks kind of like a bright Kelly green. I mean, it's not bad. Don't get me wrong. I like them, but they're original helmets they've had probably since 96. So it's been a while. And they do wear black helmets sometimes, which is pretty cool. It's more of like a dark, not a dark black, but more of like a kind of like New York Jets black when they wear their black helmets. So Philadelphia, number 10. I like their helmets. They're really cool. Number 9, LA Chargers. Look, when they were the San Diego Chargers, they had the navy blue helmets, and they got rid of those, and I couldn't be happier. When they did wear the powder blue jerseys, it broke them out. They had those white helmets. They always look better. The white helmets look better than the dark or the navy blue. And they got the bolts. That's awesome to have bolts in your uniform as well. So yeah, that's why I have number 9. They went to yellow face mask. Sometimes you go to the royal blue face mask. They have the alternate royal blue face mask, which I think that would look a little better than the yellow with the white helmets. But yellow doesn't look too bad with the white helmets with the lightning bolts in the helmet. So that looks pretty cool. That's why, that's why I have Chargers at number 9, I guess. They're good. They're a really nice helmet. Number 9, LA Chargers. Number 8, Buffalo Bills. I've always liked their design. I love the buffalo on the helmet. And they really were. They've always, even when I was growing up in the 80s and 90s. Well, back in the mid 80s, they had the blue face mask at the red helmets, and that looked really cool. I kind of wish they would go back to that. That looks really, really sharp. They did. And then in the late 80s, early 90s, they went to the white face mask. And, they went to and I think earlier on, they had the white helmets and the gray face masks. Then they went from the white helmets to the blue face mask, then red helmets, blue face mask, then red helmets, white face mask. And they looked really good back in the 90s. I really liked that. Kind of like, it wasn't like blood red, but it was kind of like a little bit of a bland red, like more of a little bit of an orange hue added to it. That looked really, really sharp. I really like those helmets. That looked excellent. And now they have the white, and they went to the gray face mask for a while up to like 2020, 2021. They went to the white face mask. So that looks, I'm glad they went to all white. The white face mask and white helmets was still a logo, and that's why I have Buffalo at number 8. Look, if they would add red to their face mask, or even go back to the red helmets and the blue face mask, it'd still it'd be awesome. I really like the Bills helmets and uniforms as well. But helmets, this is what we're talking about. Number 8 is Buffalo Bills. Number 7, come on, silver and black, Las Vegas Raiders. They've always been that way. I wish they would go to like black face mask and have more of a shinier touch, of a shinier gloss, a chrome silver to their helmets. That would make even better. But that silver and helmets look so awesome, and the design still kicks butt. Look, you may not be a fan of silver, but silver just belongs on a football helmets. Every team should have silver helmets, at least an alternate, or every once in a great while. Silver helmets are excellent. The Las Vegas Raiders, silver and black. Again, if they would tweak it a little bit, it would look even better. Number 6, LA Rams. They have really good blue. That blue helmets look so amazing. They look really awesome. The blue helmets. Those blue helmets are the best. The best blue helmets in the league is the LA Rams by far. They have the blue face mask, and they even have the yellow and blue look really good together. Of course, blue and yellow make green, so of course, no. Well, yeah, they do. It does make yellow. Yellow and blue makes green, but they have the right kind of yellow too. It's not mustard. It's a kind of a bright yellow, so that even looks better. So the blue helmets look awesome, and I do like that blue and yellow. The Rams are number 6. You think they would be number 1 the way I talk about how individuals at work, I talk about the LA Rams blue helmets. You think I would have them number 1? I guess that's how random I am. Who knows? Number 6, LA Rams. Number 5, Detroit Lions. The silver helmets, again, are awesome. The silver helmets work excellent. Again, I wish they would do the same thing, have a little more of a chrome silver helmets. And they went back to I think, was it in 23 or this past year, they went to the Honolulu blue face mask, and that looks really cool. I'd probably have the Rams ahead of the Lions, but the Lions did that with their face mask. They have sharp color combination, silver helmets, and Honolulu blue colored face mask. Number 5, Detroit Lions. Number 4, Cincinnati Bengals. That design is so awesome, and they've had it for the past 40, maybe even 50 years. I think maybe not quite 50 years, but they've had it the last 40 years. They've had the tiger stripes. The tiger stripes look so cool, and it's black and orange. Black and orange is a really good color combination, especially in football. It's power colors, and that's why I have Cincinnati at number 3 in the color combination. If they would add a little more red hue to the orange, it'd even look a lot more sharper. So it'd be like a little more brighter orange, or kind of like a neon orange type, along with because sometimes it can get to be a bland orange. So that's why I have Cincinnati be number 4. If they would add probably a little more, they'd probably be in the top 3 if they would add a little more red hue to the orange. But the black stripes to that, black and orange, look amazing. Looks really good. Number 3, Carolina Panthers. Carolina Panthers, that silver, black face mask, and powder blue. And the Panther logo looks just killer. It looks Kyler. Sorry. I don't know if I can say the word, but anyway. It looks really awesome. Really good. The Carolina Panthers, that silver. They probably have the shiniest silver helmets in the league too. That's why I probably have them at number 3. A little more of a shinier silver helmets. And Carolina has awesome, again, black face mask, and their uniforms are probably the best in the league. If you ask me, that black and powder blue and the silver helmets look just phenomenal. And Carolina number 3 for helmets. Number 2, Kansas City Chiefs. Yes, Kansas City Chiefs. Just that red, that bright red. They have, it looks on my TV, it looks just like that, like rich red, that, almost like blood red. And they have red uniforms. They add a little bit of yellow to their uniforms. I think it's really not much. It looks really sharp. Just that red helmets, just I think look phenomenal. And they have that small little chief, that little arrow logo with KC in there, and you think that's nothing special, but that red looks just sharp. That red looks sharp on those helmets. Kansas City Chiefs helmets number 2. And if you, on some TVs, if I looked at the little bit, like my TV, it looks just like deep blood red, or that bright bloodish red. But I look at other TVs, I think it's not quite as, it looks different, but it just looks cool. And they, again, it's red. It looks cool. Kansas City Chiefs number 2 for helmets. And the number 1 helmets that I like, New England Patriots. And here is the criteria. That logo looks pretty cool. It's a Patriot. It's always looked cool. Silver helmets and red face mask look phenomenal. When was it from 1990 or 1991 to 92, they'd had white helmets with red face mask. Then in like 93, they went to all silver, which didn't look too bad. But then 94, I think just one season they just had the silver helmets and the silver face mask, or gray face mask. They went to the red face mask, from the gray face mask to the red face mask. Phenomenal. 94 is when they switched over, and they haven't switched since. Every once in a while they wear the alternate white, but they should wear the red face mask every once in a while for the alternate. The all white helmets look decent, but and look really great. Don't get me wrong, and they would definitely be probably still in top 10 if they just had white helmets. But that silver and red face mask look absolutely sharp, look amazing, look phenomenal. Yes, this has been the podcast, the video podcast. Like I say, I hope you enjoy this video podcast. And yes, thank you very much for stopping by the channel. You all have a great day. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much.